going on, everybody out there? This is Popular Stranger. We are back at you again today with another MLB 16 The Show Diamond Dynasty episode of Risers and Fallers. It's Friday, so you guys know what that means. It's time to go over the roster update, the new attributes, players going up, players going down. Let's jump into it. We're going to start the series off a little different this week. There's a couple new cards that were added to the game. Adam Wainwright, a 99 overall flashback card, 92 Aroldis Chapman, 91 overall Victor Martinez, and an 87 overall Rajai Davis. If we have time towards the end of the video, we'll check those cards out in the marketplace, look at the art, but let's go over the changes. So we're going to start out with Kiki Hernandez. He goes +7. I think this is only because he switched positions. I believe he was an outfielder, right fielder, to be exact, and he's now a second baseman, so I think that's why he got an upgrade. Michael Fulmer, this is a guy that we talked about 2 weeks ago in our roster predictions video. He's got one upgrade. This is the second one. I'm telling you guys, jump on this card if you can. He had another great outing. I think over the last 4 starts, he's only allowed like 2 earned runs. He's pitching very, very well. I think this is a guy that we might see like Jacob deGrom or Noah Syndergaard from last year, going from bronze all the way to gold by the end of the season if he can keep this up. So go get you some Michael Fulmer cards if it's not too late. Jonathan VR, this is a guy that we had in yesterday's update video or our prediction video. He goes +4, leading the league in steals with 22. The graphic on the screen is incorrect. According to MLB.com, he has 22 steals. So he's an 83 overall. I could have swore he was an 84 when I checked this morning. Maybe I was still half asleep. I'm not sure. A lot of people asked me in yesterday's video, when do these updates come out? I checked it about 6:45 a.m. Eastern time this morning, and they were out already. So it's very, very early Friday morning for those of you that were asking that question. Sam Dyson goes +4 from a 78 to an 82. He's a pretty good reliever for the Texas Rangers. Let's go on to page number 2. Will Harris, another reliever, he goes +3 to an 84. Billy Burns goes +3 to a 79. Drew Pomeranz, this is a guy that's gotten a couple upgrades now. He's having a really good season. Don't look at the win-loss. If you look at his ERA, 2.39, very good. And his batting average against, he really, really shuts down a lot of people. So Drew Pomeranz certainly deserving of the upgrade that he got. He's a gold card now. I wish I invested in more of him. But he did go up pretty heavily, or not heavily, but a decent amount, a good flipping amount for you to make some profit off of his cards. He's up in the 1,000 range now. Aaron Sanchez, this is a guy I wanted to put on my list in yesterday's video. He's 5-1, 2.91 ERA. But I think his last outing was a little rough, and that's why I was kind of hesitant to do it. But nevertheless, he gets a +3 upgrade, 82 overall. He's a really, really good pitcher. Has good velocity, I believe. At least I played against him in Battle Royale this past week, and he was throwing like 95. So that velocity rating's a little interesting. Johnny Peralta, this must be a position change one because he just came back from injury. This is his first time playing. Not only 9 at-bats on the season, and he's already getting an upgrade. So this must be positional because I think he's normally a shortstop, but with Diaz playing so good, they had to move him over to third base. Evan Longoria, another guy, Longoria, I just butchered his name. Another guy who is back to gold. You'll kind of see that happen with a couple people this week. He got downgraded not too long ago. He's now back to an 86 overall. Had a fantastic week over the past 7 or 8 days. John Lester goes up to a 90. Didn't realize he was pitching so well until I saw his stats yesterday. 7-3, 2.06 ERA. He is a 90 overall. Matt Carpenter goes up to. Again, I think this is because of a position change. You see he's playing second base now because Peralta's playing third base. I think that's mainly why you're seeing the increase in Carpenter's stats. Marco Estrada +2. Mark Trumbo, I think he kind of got shafted. I'm happy that he got an upgrade, but +2, I just don't think I think he deserves better. 301 average, he's got 20 home runs, 47 runs batted in. That number might even be wrong because I think he had another RBI yesterday. This guy should be a gold card, and I'm going to talk more about him in a moment. But let's continue on. Rich Hill, certainly deserving of an upgrade, having a great season for the A's. We talked about him a couple weeks ago. This is his second upgrade. He's now a gold card. definitely was a good card to flip for me. Will Myers had a really good week last week, especially against the Rockies. He goes +2 from an 80 to an 82. Noah Syndergaard and Jose Fernandez both go +1. Fernandez is having a really good season as well. Seems quiet, like I haven't heard many people talking about him, but Fernandez, good to see him back after the injury. Chris Bryant goes +1 to an 89. I'm not sure if this is because of a position switch. I think he normally was a third baseman. They see you have him in left field now, which I talked about this in yesterday's This Week in Baseball video. I don't think he should be the starting third baseman for the National League because he doesn't play there every day. That should be Nolan Arenado. Yasmani Tomas, he gets a +1. I'm not sure if that's because of position. I think it is, but he's got some decent slugging numbers. At least he did to start the season out. He slowed down a lot. Josh Donaldson goes backwards, 96 to a 95. He's not really having an MVP type season, the way that he did last year. Carlos Martinez went down, Chris Davis went down, so some big names. Yasiel Puig, Chris Davis, Tejan Walker. He actually had a pretty good outing this week, so maybe he'll get bumped back up. Adrian Gonzalez. This is a guy, I'm not shocked at this, but I was shocked at how non-impactful he was. That you guys know I'm a big Rockies fan, and I usually watch most of the games. But we had a 3-game series against the Dodgers, and he just didn't do anything. And he always kills us. I was just really, really surprised, but I'm not surprised at this downgrade. He's just not. He's not having a typical Adrian Gonzalez season, unfortunately. So let's go over to the marketplace. There's quite a few ones that I didn't see on that list. It seems to happen every week. So I'm going to try to quickly go over them. And the first one is Corey Seager. Now, I said in yesterday's video, I'm putting him in here because you guys would kill me if I didn't. But I don't think he's going to get an upgrade, and I don't think he deserves an upgrade. I was wrong. He got an upgrade, but boy, he got a huge upgrade. He goes from an 84 to an 87. Now, I talked about Mark Trumbo earlier in the video, and if you're going to give Corey Seager an 87, and this is probably just based off of his power numbers. I mean, he has a fairly decent average. I think it's like 270, 280. If you're going to give him, and again, I know it's hard to compare an outfielder versus a shortstop because those things come into play when it comes to overall, but if you're going to give Corey Seager an 87 overall because he had a hot week and he's hitting home runs and he has a decent average, then you have to give Mark Trumbo at least a gold card. Again, it's very hard to compare the two players because they're different positions. One guy's older, one guy's younger, but I just really think that if you're going to, like I said, I'm saying it too many times, if you're going to give Seager an 87, Trumbo needs to be up there. Even Trevor Story. I'm not saying Story's better than Seager. I think Seager's a better player, but Story is just as good as defensively. He has more home runs. He has more runs batted in. The only thing that's not better is the average and the on-base percentage and obviously the strikeouts. Again, not saying those two players should be equal, but if Story's only, a 79, I think? I don't even think he's in the 80s, and you're giving Seager an 87, we'll see what happens, because he cooled down immediately after that hot streak against the Rockies. We'll see if they keep him there, if he goes down, and they realize it was a mistake. So here is the brand new Adam Wainwright. That was my rant. Sorry if you didn't like it. Enjoy your Friday night, guys. Don't get mad at me. Adam Wainwright, beautiful looking card there, 99 overall. One of the other guys was Aroldis Chapman. Let's see if we can quickly find him. So we go down to the 90s, and that's not him. There it is, flashback Aroldis Chapman looking good in that Reds uniform. And then Rajay Davis, I was interested to see what this card looks like. It could probably be a pretty good one because I know he has good speed. 87 overall for the A's, 95 speed, only 85 stealing, but that speed is probably going to be a nuisance to some of you guys. So let's go ahead and go down the list quickly, just in case I didn't mention anybody. Drew Smiley went backwards, down 2. I think we covered everybody else. Trumbo, Hernandez, Will Myers. Yep, we covered just about everybody else. I think we did a good job in this video. We didn't leave many people out. Again, you can check this whole thing at daddyleagues.com. Appreciate you guys for watching the video. We got some good draft videos coming up over the next 2 days. I'm out. Peace.